Welcome back, biology students, to Mr. Charlton's biology class. We are going to go over week 5 and the assignments and what you're learning this week. This week we are starting a new unit called genetics, which is really something that's I think is pretty cool. Genetics is the study of how traits or characteristics on people are passed from parents to children, and why brothers and sisters can look a little bit alike, but they don't look exactly alike, and then how genes get passed through the family, and why you might look a lot like a grandma or grandpa, but you don't look like your parents. These are all kinds of things that happen in families and can be explained through genetics. So let's jump into what we're going to be learning by looking at the online notebook. All right. Okay, so we're in week 5. Office hours are Wednesday and Thursday at 2 o'clock. So if you get stuck on any of these genetics problems, make sure you can log on if you want to have a person-to-person conversation. This is a video conference, Wednesday and Thursday, 2 to 2:30. 2 things we'll be going over this week are what are genetics basically, and then you're going to start our first set of problems called complete dominance problems. It's very important that you understand the basics of genetics and how to do these basic problems, because next week I'm going to give you sex-linked traits, and I'm going to give you codominance traits, which are genetics but a little more advanced. So if you don't understand the basics, you're going to get super lost next week when we get into the more advanced stuff. This is a continuation where we talked about DNA, making proteins. That's right where we pick up this week. All right, so this video is right here, video for the week. Watch again if you need to. All right, what do you need to get done this week? So again, make sure you log into Jupyter, especially my second period class. Concept map, you're gonna have a concept map this week, a small one. Why is that? Because there's a lot of vocab, new words that you probably don't use very often, and we wanna make sure to get that all straightened out. Then I'm gonna give you some basic genetics problems off of basically a worksheet, which is kind of like fill in the blank type stuff. And then I'm going to give you 5 practice problems, which are full practice problems, so they take a little bit of time. And then again, an online quiz at the end of the week. Okay? All right, so let's jump in. If you don't know how to turn in paper assignments yet, I don't know where you've been, but that's okay because I got a video link for you right here. So that's what that video takes. All right, assignment number 1. Assignment number 1 actually isn't an assignment. It is just going over genetic information. And so your first job or your first assignment is to actually just learn this stuff and get a grip on it. So what do we have? I've got a video I made for you, which is basically, this first video is a must. You have to watch this video. This video is going to show you how to do the basic genetics and all the words and the vocab for your concept map. This is basically me doing notes as if I was doing notes in class on genetics. So definitely watch that video. The second video here, the one in blue, is a video that shows you how to do genetics problems. There's 5 steps to full genetics problems. And I actually go over 2 out of your 5 problems there. So if you want to see if you're doing it right, I think I go over number 1 and number 3 in your examples. Okay, after that, you're going to see all these pictures dropped in of text and all this stuff. What is this? I actually went through and wrote all this based on what we've learned in class, so that you could understand what we're going to be talking about DNA, how we're going to start writing letters, genetics, different traits like length of your eyelashes or shape of your lips, size of your ears. What does dominant mean? What does recessive mean? What's a trait? What's an allele? All these things in here: homozygous dominant, homozygous recessive, heterozygous, genotype, phenotype. And see, you're probably going, what is all this stuff? That's why I made the video. All this stuff is explained on the video, but I actually wrote it up for you too. So if the video doesn't help, you can read it. If you enjoy watching the video more, the same information that's here is in the video. So make sure you watch that video. Okay, Punnett squares, different possibilities, and then an example problem and the 5 steps of an example problem. Okay, so assignment number 1, there's nothing to turn in, there's nothing to make. It's for you to watch and to learn. If you want to take notes off it, you're more than welcome to, but I just want you to learn basic genetics. All right, now we start in on the actual work. Assignment number 2 is a concept map. Okay, at this point, oh, excuse me. At this point, I feel that you should know how to make a concept map. If you still don't know, here's a video that shows you how to start making it. Don't forget the summary as well as the map. Okay, 50-point assignment right there. And then here are your words for the week. Allele, dominant, F1 generation, gene, genotype, heterozygous, homozygous, P generation, phenotype, Punnett square, ratio, recessive sequence, trait. Don't forget to include the definition in the box, and then when you make connections between the words, explain those connections. All right, that's the first assignment. Make the map, write the summary, take a picture, turn it in on Jupyter. Next assignment are some basic practice problems. All right, I gave you two forms. You can either download the PDF or you could click on this link. If you click on this link, this is where it will take you. It'll take you to the worksheet uploaded. Eventually. Come on, internet. Wow. Slow. What's going on? I think it failed. All right, let's try again. There we go. All right, it's loading up. All right, I look at this, it's way too small for me to read, so I go down here where it's got zoom, I zoom it in, let's go 150. Okay, and so what you're gonna do on a separate sheet of paper is you'd write number 1, capital A, and you tell me is it heterozygous or homozygous? Capital B, lowercase b, heterozygous or homozygous? Okay, and you're probably sitting going, I don't know. Of course not, you haven't watched the video yet. For these, each of these, you just write the question and then answer it on a separate sheet of paper. And then you got questions 5 through 12 that are short answer questions like this. All right, I actually make a separate video that goes over all of that. Right here, Charlton's review of basic genetics problems. I go over some of the answers. I'm not going to give you all the answers, but I go over questions from each section so you know how to answer each section. Okay, again, problems are here and there. Do them on a separate sheet of paper and then take a picture and turn them in. Okay, assignment number 4. Now these are full genetics problems called complete dominance problems. Click on this. It will take you to the link eventually. Hopefully it's a little quicker this time. It's coming. There it is. Okay. Loading, loading, loading. All right, so these are called complete dominance problems. Now these would be the ones I would give you in class, and then I would be able to walk around the room and help you out as we're doing them, but don't have that right now. So what we have is number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, only 5 problems, but they do take a little bit of work. So each one should have 5 steps. Identify your letters, draw a picture of the parents and the children, create a Punnett square if needed, do the genotype and phenotype ratios if needed, and then answer the question. I actually do number 1 and number 3 for you to show you how they're done on a video, which is this video right below them right there. Charlton reviews 2 problems from the set. Okay, so you can click the link to go see the problems. I actually just put the picture of them right into the online notebook. So these are the same problems right here. Do those on a separate sheet of paper, take a picture and turn them in. So far we've got concept map, we've got some worksheet problems, we've got these problems, so 3 assignments, and then the last thing is an online quiz to see that you're truly understanding these things. All right, that is the week in a nutshell. I expect that it's gonna go one of 2 ways with these problems. You are either going to totally get this stuff and it's gonna be a walk in the park, or you're going to struggle. And the people who struggle, all I want to tell you is that just keep at it, keep asking questions, reach out to me on Jupyter, reach out to me on email or text message, or come to the office hours on Wednesday and Thursday. You got to seek out help. If you don't want to do any of those, there are plenty of videos on YouTube that will explain how to do genetics problems. Just be careful that you're looking for what we call, let me put it down to it. They're called complete dominance. Complete dominance. This is what you want to look for on YouTube if you're looking up a video. There are different kinds of genetics problems. The first one we're doing is called complete dominance problems. So make sure you're watching that, because if you watch codominance or incomplete dominance or sex-linked, you're going to be like, wait, this isn't what Mr. Charlton was talking about. And you'd be right. That is not what I'm talking about because I haven't talked about it yet. But we will talk about that next week when we get into codominance and sex limit. So for right now, we're doing complete dominance problems. There's plenty of videos on YouTube to help you out with that if you don't like mine. Yeah, get the help you need, get these all done, turn into Jupiter, and the grades will continue to go up. All right, everybody. With that, I wish you good luck this week, and I hope everything works out and you stay safe and everybody in your family stays safe. Have a good one.